us, James, winner of 6 of your last 7 now. Tell me about the double overtime win over Fraser Valley last Friday.
Well, we made it unnecessarily double overtime. We were ahead in that game and really should have similar to the Thompson Rivers game where we had a lead and we blew it and lost. They hit some threes. Kid hit a double clutch three to send it into overtime. So that was a forgettable game from a coaching perspective, but it was entertaining. Kids played well. We'd fouled out Jeff Lekomsky. Chris Heshka was hurt, so we really got some good contributions off the bench. Jared Janata played very well. Brendan Hebert gave us a couple of good minutes in the overtime, and we got some good performances out of those guys, so that was critical. And then a couple of our big names, Paul Guro really stepped up and had a great overtime in terms of rebounding the ball. Him and Merrick.
Speaking of Guro, he's averaging just under 20 points a game this season. Kind of talk about what he's brought to the team this year in his first year back since 08-09.
Well, he's brought tremendous finishing ability. I mean, we have the best hands I've ever seen of a guy that size. And that includes, Kevin Gilroy, Chris Beegler. His ability to, in awkward physical situations, leaning and funny catches, being able to get that up on the rim and spin it in. He's tremendous at that. So that's nice. The guys love passing to him because he catches everything, and that really makes it easy. When you're a perimeter guy and you have your own issues to deal with in terms of a guy right up in your face, and maybe you're getting bumped and maybe the clock's running down, you've got a lot of to be able to thread a pass between a couple of guys and know the girl will catch it has really probably engendered some confidence on the perimeter as well.
In town this weekend, UBC Thunderbirds, one of the top teams in the country. Kind of talk about what you expect from them.
Well, number 2, they run. I mean, they're number 2 in the country, and they just run like crazy. They just take situations where you can't imagine that anybody would get a layup, and they get a layup out of it. So we really have to be ready for that. We're going to have to find a way. We're bigger than them, and we're going to have to find a way where that continues to be an advantage. The issue, of course, with our size is, are we going to be able to catch up defensively? Are we going to be able to get those guys back and keep them involved in the game, or are we going to have to sub and go small to defensively deal with their speed? So that'll be really the challenge. The other issue we've got this weekend is Chris Heshka is hurt, and he's sort of day-to-day, so we'll see if he's able to play. And Paul Guro is able to play. He came back, had a very fortunate, his grandfather passed away, so he's been gone all week at a funeral and celebration of his grandfather's life up in Prince Albert. So that he's missed a lot of practice, but he'll be ready to go. I just hope his head's in it, and because I know he was very close with his family.
Thanks for your time, James.
Hello and welcome. Access 7 Sports back at the Center for Kinesiology, Health and Sport. Big game on tap. The Cougar men, the basketball team, taking on the UBC Thunderbirds, ranked number 2 in Canada, coming in 16-2 on the season. The Cougars have their hands full. Adam Geiger up here at the Access 7 press box. Braden Conchu, color commentator, just finishing up some duties down on the floor, will be right back up to join us as the UBC squad strikes first. Down low in the post, Brent Malish gives his team a 2-0 lead. The Cougars come into this game 12-6. UBC, like I said, 16-2. There's a turnover. Running the floor, Josh White, one of the leaders in Canada West scoring, gets that one to go. Quick 4-0 lead for UBC. You heard James Hillis talking before the game with Braden Conchu about you have to be able to run with this UBC team. They are quick. Also talked about that guy, Paul Garo, having a big game and a big season. Couldn't get his first shot to go. The rebound tipped out. And UBC will have a chance to add on to their early 4-0 lead. Well, if you remember last time these two teams played on this floor, it was 2 years ago. UBC came in undefeated and number 1 in the country. That turned around quickly, though, with the Cougars picking up the upset win. Let's see if they can pull it off again. UBC number 2 in Canada. The Cougars having won 6 of their last 7. So big game in the Canada West standings right here. There's a shot from the outside by White, off the mark, but tipped back out by Malish. Gets it down low now. Malish with the hook shot, and on the offensive glass, the Cougars cannot clean it up. Now White rattles one home. He has 4 early, and UBC out to a 6-0 lead. The Cougars without Chris Heshka down there in the post, thanks to an injury, so that's a big loss. And turnovers are going to be key. You can't turn the ball over against this team as White gets knocked down, heading to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. Let's see if they give any further discipline. I don't think they will. That was a hard foul laid out by Darius Mole, and we have a timeout already. James Hillis wants to talk it over, and this should be an interesting opening timeout. We'll take a listen to James Hillis on the Cougar sideline.
You can't pick it up. You can't pick it up there, right? Okay, now what's the issue? They're denying Jeff, so you can't make that entry, right? Okay, so then just go off the big. Okay, just go off the big, right? Just go off the big. Let's set flare for Jeff. Okay, we got that, right? If we can get Jeff the ball, right? If we can get Jeff the ball and run Jeff to the point, okay, that's okay too. But you're gonna have to go and try and score. Like, just think about what they're doing. We're high. Okay, they're deny Jeff, deny. Right? Think about it, right? This guy sets a screen, right? You should be 2-on-1 on the roll there. Just play basketball there, okay? But don't get frozen, okay? Don't get frozen. We're okay. Just got to settle down, take care of the ball, okay? Get this back one at a time. Go into the quarter, down a basket. That's what we want here, okay? We're okay. We're okay. Let's go.
Well, the Cougars down 6-0 early. 2 free throws coming up for Josh White as you see him attacked going to the basket on the replay from Access 7 Sports. So James Hillis in that timeout imploring his team to basically pick up the intensity. Down 6 points here early with 2 free throws coming up for Josh White. Hits the first. And White has that second shot pop out. Offensive rebound, though, picked up by Malish. The Cougars unable to clean up the boards. And now on the foul, Malish himself will head to the free throw line. 2 shots coming up there. Well, the Cougars' Jeff Lekomsky. It'll be a big night from him, or for him, potentially, as Malish hits the first. Jeff has an excellent chance of breaking the U of R's all-time scoring record this weekend. Jeff, just 5 points behind the current leader, Glenn Nelson, with 1,417 points. Needs 6 to break the record. Here's Dodnarovic from the corner for 3. Marek Dodnarovic gets the Cougars on the board. Now a 6-point game, 9-3. Ball at the top here for White. It's been a 2-man game so far, him and Malish. Now it comes down in the post. Little fadeaway jump shot there. And that one is good. Kamar Burke from Mississauga, Ontario fades away and connects. Now Darius Mole gets the start at the point. Takes a return feed here. Now dishes right into the hands of a UBC player. It's Malish with a steal. Another turnover by the Cougars. Now coming back the other way. UBC looking to add to their already 8-point lead. There's a shot from the outside. They leave White wide open. Almost gets the shooter's roll. And on the miss, UBC taps it out for the offensive glass. Now in the corner, 16 to shoot. They go down low. Fake shot, a pass. Counted for 2, Kamar Burke. Well, don't think that head coach Kevin Hansen in his 11th season did not talk to his team before the game about, hey, remember the last time we were here? Thinking we were number 1 in the country. We were. We got shocked on the floor, on this same floor. And so far playing like a team that does not want to have that happen again. Up 10 points early, 13-10. It's a foul on the floor as Alex Murphy picks up his first, the team's first. Lekomsky, 6 points away from the school's all-time scoring record. Passes this one off. Double team in the corner. Darius Mole has to throw a pass all the way across the court. Crazy pass there that is basically to the front row of the seats. And now UBC will inbound on the near sideline, up 10, looking to add on. And it's the double teams and the up-tempo defense right now for the Thunderbirds that are really causing the Cougars some problems. Quick ball movement here on the offensive end hasn't helped the Cougars' chances either. There's a dish out. Doug Plum has it knocked away, and the Cougars force their first turnover. It'll be Jeff Lekomsky. In through the front court, crossing over, taking baseline, drives, and a blocking foul. Jeff Lekomsky going to the free throw line, much to the amusement of his other teammates. The University of Regina Rams football team in attendance here, front of Section E. Of course, Jeff double dipped this year as far as athletics is concerned, to play defensive back for the Rams. And now is on the floor here, trying to become the school's all-time leading scorer. Back rim on the first free throw. And on the second, he connects. Well, the Cougars down 9, 13-4. UBC back on the offense. Alex Murphy over here to White. Tough matchup for Dovnarovic. Now a screen gets Merrick out of the picture. Baseline drive. Doug Plum, and a foul will be called as the Cougars, I think, were looking for traveling. Now Dovnarovic picks up his first foul, and that'll send number 10 Doug Plum to the free throw line. 5:51 left. Doug Plum off the rim on the free throw. Cougars having a tough start to this game. Plum squares up the second free throw and splashes that one home. So back to double digits. UBC will settle back into their half-court defense as Lekomsky brings it into the front court. Had a screen, now peels back and sets up the offense. 12 seconds on the shot clock to Hebert, all the way across to Paul Garreau, and the Cougar offense looking really sluggish here up against this tough UBC defense, collapsing on every pass as Braden Konshu joins us back up in the Access 7 press box.
It's Adam, nice to be back.
Not so nice right now for the Cougars, down 10, 14-4. It's been a quick start for UBC, to say the least. Josh White, and this man here also having a great opening few minutes, driving the lane there. Kamar Burke for 2. He has 6. The Cougars down 12, 16-4, and Jeff Lekomsky can likely get used to that tonight. So double teams. There's an offensive rebound for Regina.
Nice play by Merrick. Dovnarovic come flying in on there on that offensive rebound. Tip that right to Brendan Hebert.
Comes back to Hebert, puts up a shot from beyond the arc. Off the mark, Dovnarovic again, though. Nice hustle play on the offensive glass, then gets blocked from behind.
That was Doug Plum that came over and got that block for UBC. Plum 6'4", 210 out of Pitt Meadows, BC, much like Brendan Morrison.
Lekomsky takes the handoff, will put up a deep 3 ball. It's off the back of the rim, long shot, rebound picked up by UBC. White runs, White goes off the window. Will they count it? And they're going to say the foul was on the floor, so no basket, but Cougars right now, Braden, having a tough time keeping up with the pace that UBC's bringing onto this CKHS4.
Well, UBC isn't exactly surprising the Cougars with this pace. They talked about this all week long, about how the Thunderbirds like to run the floor. They're an exciting team to watch, and we're seeing it so far at the CKHS.
Bit of a delay here as the officials deliberate something on the floor. Now they're going to go over to the scores table. 4:45 left in the first quarter. It's a 12-point UBC lead.
Large contingent of Rams players here to cheer on Jeff Lekomsky. One of them is wearing his jersey, it looks like, number 4 down there in the front row.
That's a tight fit.
Leaves little to the imagination there. Lekomsky, number 5 in your basketball programs, number 4 in your football programs.
And still something going on at the scores table as they, well, now they're peeling away and maybe deliberating how many fouls They're going to say 4 on the Cougars, so no free throws yet. Inbound pass is a lob, and Burke had a chance to put it in but couldn't get it. And the Cougars take the rebound. Lekomsky finally has some one-on-one coverage. He's going to try to use it, takes it to the hole, and will get 2 free throws out of the deal. Jeff Lekomsky aggressive on the offense. You got to think he wants to get these points early, Braden, just to get it out of his mind and get back to regular business.
Yeah, no doubt it's on his mind, Adam. People have been asking him about it for a few weeks now, and now that he's close, it's it's been all the leader post guy Ian Hamilton's. It's all he's been asking about. So it will probably be a relief to get rid of this monkey, if you will.
Misses the first free throw now. 1 for 3 from the line. Make it 2 for 4 as he hits the second. And now we'll take a break. So Lekomsky with 2 as we continue the Jeff Lekomsky watch.
And so rare for Jeff to actually try a 2-point shot. He's attempted 197 field goals this year, 136 of which have been from downtown.
16-5, UBC leads with the basketball. 2 years ago on this same floor, they were number 1 in the country and lost. So you know they want to exercise those demons. There's a shot from beyond the arc. Josh White, 19-5 as that one goes down.
Josh White up to 8 points already, showing why he was Canada West MVP last year.
Dobnarovic takes a pass from Hebert, drives, can't connect, tapped out. Nostat might have had the angle, but peels back to play defense, and it's going to be an easy layup coming back the other way for Nathan Yu.
I don't know that I've ever seen Merrick pass up a 3-ball from his favorite spot in the corner there.
He hit one earlier, and now tries one there, will not connect. On the rebound, he steps out of bounds. And this has been a tough start here for the Cougars. I mentioned earlier, Braden, before you came up here, I've got to think the head coach for UBC, Kevin Hansen, mentioned in the dressing room before the game, hey guys, remember what happened last time we were on this floor? Let's come out and not let it happen again.
Oh, you can be certain of that, Adam. The players might change from year to year, but the memory will still be there for sure.
Well, it's 21-5. UBC out to a 16-point lead.
Yeah, that's one that definitely UBC would feel that got away from them, and they'll be they're here to make amends for it, as we can see by the scoreboard.
Down low, there's a shot that is contested, and a foul will be called here on the Cougars. Matt Campbell picks up his first. Going to the line will be Mr. Brent Malish.
Line change here for the Cougars. Paul Gros, Connor Burns, Darius Moll, Jared Giannotto all coming into the ballgame. And Lekomsky comes back in.
And of course, so tough for the Cougars this weekend, not only taking on the number 2 team in the country, but without one of their best players, Chris Heshka.
Yeah, Chris Heshka went down in the first overtime period of the first game last weekend against Fraser Valley. Heshka in a suit there on the bench, right behind Steve Burrows.
2 for 2 for Malish. It is an 18-point UBC lead out of the gate here.
Cougars need a run here quick, Adam, or this game's going to get out of hand in a hurry.
Yeah, tough. It's a relatively full gym here at the CKHS. Everyone expecting maybe a repeat of the magic that we saw a couple years ago, but so far hasn't worked out that way. There's a football called on UBC.
Connor Burns, for some reason, wearing number 4 tonight. I have no idea why. He should be number 8.
Doing his best to throw us off up here.
Well, I'm more worried about my scorekeepers down there, Adam.
Lekomsky thought about the 3, got caught up in midair, just got lucky enough to get it to Moll. Then Garreau hasn't done that much this year, missed a chip shot down low. Now one kicked out for White. Chance for UBC with a connection here to go up 20. That one is off the mark. Another offensive rebound though, and going to the free throw line after the foul. Well, they certainly miss Chris Heshka down there, Braden. Just not much intensity on the glass right now for Regina. And I believe we have a timeout called here by James Hillis. Well, folks, put your earplugs on. This might get ugly. James Hillis, timeout, his team down 18.
Okay? You got to win a battle, right? You got to get a rebound. You can't just let them shoot every possession until they score. Okay? You got to win a battle on the perimeter and stop somebody from going by. You can't stand on the perimeter while a guy drives to the basket and then be out here. Okay? Like, that's it. Like, forget about X and O. Forget about any of that stuff. You have to win some of those battles. You can't get pushed off of it. You got to sit down in the post. Merrick's the only guy that's competing at all at that end. Right? we need to go to the basket. Run our 88s with Garreau, right? Run that. We can move it to the next one. It doesn't have to be Jeff throw that slip. They're all about you not getting the record tonight. That's what it is. So I don't care. You get it tomorrow. I don't care. Let somebody else score, and then you will get shots out of that, right? But you have to compete at this end of the floor, right? We need guys jumping for the ball, boxing out, okay? Anybody goes, remember, in that zone, everybody's got a fifth of the floor. That's it. Take care of your guy, and then everyone else off. Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Well, Braden, two things there. One, he calls out his teammates, saying Marek Dovnarovic is the only guy competing, and then the other, he goes to Jeff Lekomsky and says maybe pass up some of those shots.
Yeah, and for sure UBC is aware of this too. Like, they know that Jeff Lekomsky is close to the record, and for sure they don't want him to hit it tonight.
And let's be honest, Jeff is probably not one of the most well-liked players out there. He does talk a lot, so of course UBC is going to want to shut him down as long as possible.
Yeah, it was hard to argue with James Hillis about the Marek Dovnarovic thing. He's one of the fifth-year guys that we're going to miss a lot on campus. He brings it. It's cliche again, but Marek will bring it 110% every ball game, and he's done so for the last 3 years here.
Another turnover for the Cougars, down 20, 25-5. 2:45 left in the first quarter. Marek Dovnarovic not on the floor right now. Who's going to bring the intensity? Paul Garreau's one candidate, but the Cougars need to get him the ball. He almost forced a turnover there. There's a kick out in the corner, and UBC is feeling it now.
UBC's ball movement is just confusing the Cougars at him. They're just running around out there chasing the ball.
Lekomsky stops, kicks that one out. A drive, Janata gets the roll, and his Ram teammates on the sidelines loving it. Now UBC looking to silence the UCKHS crowd on the other end. Shot gets the roll and goes in. Now Lekomsky the other way. 30-7. UBC out in front.
These UBC Thunderbirds are a good basketball team, Adam.
Lekomsky gets to the hole. Nice move to get that far, but couldn't finish. And now in transition, they're not missing anything now, Braden. Doug Plum for two. 32 points in the first quarter, and we're still 90 seconds away from the buzzer. Darius Small, and now the Cougars, I think, have lost everything that they had plugged into them going into this game. Throwing the ball away, another turnover. That's 7 now. And a lot of confusion. I think you mentioned it. All the ball movement on the offensive end, really, the Cougars have no answer for it. UBC, on the other hand, looks calm and composed. Here's White into the post. Dovnarovic defending there. Quick pass to White. What a steal. Great look there from Burke. 34 now and counting for UBC. 34-7. White already with 10 points. Darius Mole, and he will be called for an offensive foul, getting an elbow up. UBC playing with a purpose right now, Braden. I don't think they're satisfied right now being up the way they are. They're still looking for blood. A three ball here would put them up by 30 in the first quarter. And with the way they're shooting the rock, wouldn't be surprised. He's going to pull it from the outside. Nathan Yu, 37-7.
This is incredible, Adam. I don't think I've seen anything like this at the CKHS before.
I don't think I've ever seen a team trail by as much as 30 in an opening quarter. Lekomsky can't get it to go as it's knocked away on the shot. Heat check. That one way long. But of course, UBC is going to grab the offensive board. 20 seconds to play and about 12 to shoot. Here's White. He'll go outside. Now driving. That one thrown away. Cougars with one chance here. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Lekomsky into the corner for Dovnarovic. That's his spot. Dovnarovic. Well, I guess if you look at the last 5 seconds of the quarter, the Cougars will be satisfied, but the previous 9:55 break not so hot. 37-10 UBC takes that opening quarter.
UBC just moving the ball around at him like clockwork. clockwork precision out there. It's been something.
The field goal, that pretty much sums it up right there. The field goal percentage, good Lord, 65%.
Brent Malish with 11 points for UBC. Josh White with 10 points already. Kamar Burke with 6. Nathan Yu with 5. Doug Plum with 3. Graham Bath with the other 2.
And you know, here's a three-pointer coming up for Marek Dobnarovich, one of the lone bright spots in the quarter for the Cougars. And I mean, 65%, that's good, but I don't know if it's 37 points good. You look at the offensive rebounds, though, and 7 of those in the first quarter. Tough for the Cougars. Here's head coach James Hillis.
Offensive rebounds. Okay, that's a ridiculous number. Okay, we don't get this back all at once. We're playing for pride here a little bit. We got to get this to half, right? Get it under 20, right? And just chip away by each quarter. Okay, chip away by each quarter. Okay, offensively right now, let's see if we can get through Cougar once, right? See if we can get some action to the ball. But you can't be afraid to attack. If you have the ball here and there's a hole behind, don't wait for that screen to come. If you can go by that guy, go by him. Okay? If you can go by there, we need to go by, we need to play. Right? We can also see if we can get the ball into the post. They're fronting. Remember we said ball in the wing and they front. We want to throw skip. Okay? We want to throw skip. Okay? Here we go. Run this back.
Well, I guess what do you say to a team down 37-10 after one quarter? James Hillis there just imploring his team to slowly chip away. They don't drop any 27-point plays, so I guess that's all you can do. Cougars will start with the ball. One Ram football player inbounding to another as Jeff Lakomsky takes it from Jared Janata. Jeff, ball on the floor, gives it back to Janata. 14 seconds to shoot. Janata now down low to Dobnarovich. That's what the Cougars are looking for.
Nice little play by Janata over Dobnarovich. Janata's looked good early here. Dobnarovich now with 8 of the Cougars' 12 points.
Heard James Hillis early in that timeout mentioning the high offensive rebound number for UBC. Let's see if the Cougars can get a couple of stops here, pick up some rebounds. There's a chance. Good box out by Campbell to grab that one in traffic. Lakomsky the other way. Deep three. Almost rattled it in.
You could see that in his eyes from the moment he crossed that timeline out. That ball was going up.
I don't know if James Hillis will like that shot as a block is called and they'll probably count. Well, right now they're saying 2 shots, but I think they're going to count the basket, and they will. A chance for a 3-point play coming up. Doug Plum at the free throw line. First team foul on the Cougars in the quarter. And Doug Plum gets it to go. And then we'll take a rest. Tommy Nixon coming on. Doug Plum off to the bench. 1 minute into the second quarter on Access 7 Sports. Adam Geiger, Braden Conchu, and Jeff Lakomsky. And they're going to call it in 2 shots on the ball is going to be the call here. An arm bar to the face. Jeff's used to that on the football field, but not so much here on the basketball court. Quick replay here from Access. Look out, Jeff. Took that one right in the chops.
Graham Bath, the former Brookswood Bobcat, getting in the forearm shiver there.
And Lakomsky will earn 2 free throws. Remember, he needs 6 points to become the school's all-time leading scorer. He has 2.
Great replay there by Access 7, as always. It's Kevin Foote working the truck back there.
Lakomsky gets the first. Kevin always very good at keeping us entertained in the old headset. As the game carries on, Jeff hits the second. Well, Braden, the next shot Jeff Lakomsky hits will be a big one.
The Rams quarterback Mark Mueller has the countdown going there. Of course, he's wearing Lakomsky's road jersey.
Down to 2 points now. He needs 1 to tie and 2 to break the record. As, again, the scores table having a Tough go of it. Now a substitution coming in for UBC. Back onto the floor, Alex Murphy. Now 40-14, UBC out in front. Cougars, though, hit the 2 free throws and now have the ball after the flagrant foul. Dovnarovic to Lukomsky. Maybe this will be it. Jeff shakes and gets fouled. No free throws, though. Second team foul on UBC. Now Lukomsky to inbound. It's been a pretty interesting career for Jeff Lukomsky here. He's had some definite ups, a couple of downs. Started this season on the football field. Did not see regular playing time, but back in the starting lineup for the Cougar basketball team as UBC throws it away there after a Cougar turnover. Definitely one of the most animated players ever to step on this floor, Braden. And he brings it up here and is fouled again. Third team foul on the Thunderbirds.
Nathan Yu whistled for that foul. That's his first.
Well, that's 3 already in the first 90 seconds of this second quarter, which is slowly dragging on here thanks to all the whistles. Cougars will take that, though. It's a great chance. I mean, down by as many points as they are. As Dovnarovic throws that one away, and an easy layup in transition the other way for you. Now the Cougars, you can see it in their body language right now, certainly not impressed with the way this one is shaking out. Down 42-14. Lukomsky will bring it up, running the point. Crosses over. Now gets a screen from Merrick Dovnarovic. Merrick continues to set the tone. Fade away. This could be it. Jeff Lukomsky. And how fitting that it's on a fadeaway 3 ball. Becomes the school's all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, always knowledgeable here at the CKHS. They know exactly what happened.
The ovation continues as the play continues. And a giveaway down there kind of kills the flow. But look at the University of Regina Rams still on their feet, giving Jeff Lukomsky a round of applause. You can expect it'll continue when Jason Mueller, the in-house announcer, gets a chance to talk about it at the next whistle as Lukomsky is plowed to the ground there and is hurt. Well, this is kind of a buzzkill with Lukomsky knocked to the floor, and he just had a word for the official. Well, Jeff Lukomsky, the new University of Regina Cougar all-time leading scorer. And now we'll head off to the bench after taking one in the chops. Here it is. How fitting. I'll say it again, that he would get this record on a fadeaway 3 ball. Jeff has been the king of the 3-point shot in his time here in Regina, and that one needed some help from the rim to go down, but it did. And congratulations, Jeff Lukomsky.
It's a little bit of a damper that 3-pointer cut the lead to 27 here with 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
You had to bring that up, didn't you? Yeah, 44-17, the Cougars. Well, the next time down the floor, they turned it over. Now they miss a shot here. UBC, finally they miss a shot, but of course they would get the offensive rebound as those numbers continue to escalate. Baseline pass all the way across the court. Now down low. Malish, easy 2. 46-17, UBC. Escalation is right, Adam. UBC has grabbed 17 rebounds already. 8 of those have come on the offensive side of the ball. 8 offensive rebounds is a good number for a game, let alone a quarter and a half. There's a fadeaway jump shot. Knock it down. Little Brendan Hebert getting into the action there. His first 2 points. And on the other side, a quick 3 ball in the corner. The Cougars are leaving these guys wide open. And UBC continues to hit, already at 49. Nathan Yu with that last 3 ball. Up to 7 for the game for him. Here's Janata now, crossing over, getting into the lane, and jump ball, wow. Everything going right for UBC. And the possession arrow will favor the Thunderbirds. They'll take over possession. UBC showing why they're the number 2 ranked team in the country, Adam, and perhaps making a case for being number 1. Well, being halfway to 100 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And they're not playing a bad team either, Braden. The Cougars have been on a roll coming into this one.
Yeah, they've won 6 of their last 7. They've got a 12-6 Canada West record.
There's a ball down low for Malish, working on Dobnarovic. The hook shot. Everything but the bottom of the net. Now here's Lakomsky. Jeff back on the floor after needing some time on the bench. Offensive foul. Connor Burns. Sometimes you see the officials, Braden, give the benefit of the doubt to the team that's down by 30 points, but not so much.
Not that one. That was definitely a borderline call there.
Well, UBC takes over. Up 30, 49-14. Brennan Hebert with some airtight defense, 30 feet from the basket. Now gets some help for Burns. Kicks it out. There's a shot from the corner. That one doesn't go, and Burns scoops up the rebound. Cougars are starting to clean out their defensive glass a little bit. There's a cross-court pass. Dobnarovic. Well, he's showed off the play. That's the third 3. Sorry, Braden.
Has he ever? That's 11 for Dobnarovic on the night.
49-22. Even that pass that went out to Merrick there, though, was almost intercepted. UBC does a great job of getting hands in the lane. They're a very quick team. I believe you and James talked about that before the game here, about the Thunderbirds being a quick team. You have to keep up with them, and so far that hasn't been the case for Regina, down 49-22. Here's a look at that nearly intercepted pass, and then the cleanly drained 3 by Dobnarovic. Here's White. And there he goes to the basket. Foul. And 2 shots coming up for a guy, Braden, who could challenge for the Canada West Most Valuable Player award again this year, perhaps, after winning it last year. Josh White, dynamite, a 40% guy from beyond the arc. He'll try his luck from the free throw line and get the first.
White averages 18 points a game. He's up to 11, looking to make it 12 here with that second free throw.
Him and Brendan Malish have been the show thus far. That one just about dropped. Merrick Dobnarovic takes the rebound, and he'll bring it into the front court. Merrick's been a one-man show. Jeff Lakomsky has been the man of the hour, though, with that record-setting shot he hit a couple of minutes ago. Now throws one into the backcourt. That's not allowed, and UBC will take the ball. Thunderbirds to inbound, 16-2 basketball team, playing like it. Up 50-22 with 4:27 left. And there's a travel. Big man in the lane, Balraj Baines, 6'9", 215. One too many steps.
Balraj out of North Delta, British Columbia.
Lakomsky for the Cougars, crossing over. Again now, takes it back and will set up the offense. Looking for a screen, instead goes the other way, soars. A lot of contact, no whistle. And then there is a whistle, but Lin G will pick up the foul for the Cougars. And that'll be their 5th. Free throws coming up. Well, if the Cougars need a spark, number 0 might be the guy to do it, Braden.
Yeah, Lin G, always a bundle of energy off the bench and on the bench for the Cougars. He's gonna take a seat here in favor of Paul Garreau. Garreau's still looking for his first points of the night.
Haven't often said that in the second quarter for Paul Garreau this year.
Garreau has scored at least 20 points in all 6 games since Christmas. Average is just under that 20 mark for the season.
What was his total before Christmas? He had a game 42. It's not bad. Cougars could use something like that right now. Down 51-22. Here's Sterling Nonstadt. Now Dobnarovic. He's hit a few 3 balls, decided to pass this one up. Nonstadt with 11 to shoot to Hebert. Airtight defense for UBC.
Just stifling at him.
Now Dobnarovic finds an open look. And, oh, come on. Really? That one does everything but drop.
The basketball gods are frowning on the Cougars tonight, Adam.
And smiling on the Thunderbirds. There's an out-of-bounds call, though. Thought for a second Dobnarovic was going to get the shooter's roll.
And let's not be silly. There's no basketball gods. This is just a very, very good UBC Thunderbird team coming out and playing 100% here.
And the Cougars just having a hard time keeping up. Down 51-22. Dovnarovic to Nostat. He'll uncork a 3-ball. And off the back rim, Garreau steals away the offensive board and then is fouled. So Paulie G draws a foul, the 4th on UBC. Remember, they had 3 in the first 90 seconds, so credit them for taking it easy for the last 5 minutes. It's the Cougars that are in the penalty. Next UBC foul will send the Cougars to the line. Here's the Lakomsky look-alike to inbound. Sterling Nostat way up top to Darius Moll. He'll kick it out to Dovnarovic. Takes it in, shoots and scores. Man, Merrick's looking real good. Getting no help, but has 13 points.
Merrick 5 for 9 from the field, 13 points, 3 rebounds. He's having a good game for the Cougars.
Now here's White dialing it up from long range. Back of the rim, and there's Merrick taking a body check while he grabs that defensive rebound, and he'll head to the free throw line. Well, 51-24. Crazier things have happened. The Cougars down 27.
Brent Malish whistled for that last foul for UBC. That's his first. Malish, a 5th-year forward out of Brookswood Secondary in Langley, BC.
Merrick Dovnarovic at the free throw line. Takes his time and rattles in and out. Adam Geiger, Braden Conshu here on a record-setting edition of Access 7 Sports. Jeff Lakomsky just a few minutes ago. Fittingly with a fadeaway 3-point shot became the team's all-time leading scorer. I guess we should give a shout-out, Braden, to the man he surpassed.
Glenn Nelson.
That's the guy.
Glenn Nelson had 1,422 points over his 5-year career, which ended in 1985. That's a record that stood for 25 years, Adam. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, records are made to be broken, but if yours stands for 25 years, I think you did a couple of things right in your time. There's a good defensive stand by Connor Burns, and he got some help from Merrick Dovnarovic, and I think free throws again upcoming here for Regina.
Wonder how long Jeff Lakomsky's record will stand.
I don't know if there's anyone on the floor or in white right now that might challenge that record, so I would think at least a couple generations of players coming in here. As Dovnarovic heads to the free throw line.
Cougars have actually outscored UBC in the second quarter, 15-14.
Well, yeah, and if you remember back to the timeout, getting that look at James Hillis, that's what he said, win the quarter, and so far, so good. You thank Merrick Dovnarovic for that, Braden. It's been a one-man wrecking crew, looking for point number 16. He's got it. 51-27. You also heard James Hillis say, let's get it down to around 20. Cougars are 4 points away from that, and if you do get it that close, anything can happen, although remember, they are taking on the number 2 team in the country, but starting to look a bit better as they force a turnover. Now a wide open Connor Burns dunks it home. Well. We've had one exciting game on this floor. These two teams, a big upset, maybe a big comeback. Still down 22, 51-29, but
still a sizable deficit here with 2:19 left in the second quarter, Adam. But Connor Burns and the Cougars at least giving the Cougar faithful a little bit to cheer about here in the second.
Let's see what James Hillis has to say now that his team's on a bit of a run.
Now, right? Yes, now we're 21 points. Okay, 22 points, right? Going in down 18, right? This is 3 stops and 1 score. If we're gold, 2 scores. 3 stops and 2 scores. Offensively right now, what I want to run, okay, is I want to run 1-4 high. Away, this is what you got to remember. Away from him. Take the ball to Sterling. I want you to be the point if possible. Take the ball to Sterling, and JJ, you run through in the post. You go right through till you get the ball even short corner, and then you go there from there. Okay? You guys have got to finish your screens. Yeah. Make sure the guy close to the ball sets it for Sterling, and the second one for Jeff. You drive, layup, or you're going to have somebody on the pitch. Okay? Here we go.
We grinded this far. Keep grinding.
Yeah.
A little more upbeat atmosphere on the Cougar bench in that timeout. The team's on a bit of a run, though still down 22.
Lin G says we grinded out this far, might as well keep going, boys. Hard to argue with a fifth-year forward.
Yep. Here's White for UBC, handing off. Heard James Hillis asking for a couple of stops. And they'll get one here. How about the defensive rebounding? That's one thing that's really picked up. Jeff Lekomsky now looking for Janata, and that ball, was it tipped? The officials will converse, and they'll say it was off a UBC player. Cougars have a chance to continue their little mini run they're on here. Free ball here would get him within 19, but unfortunately that ball is going to be tossed away. Janata on the floor looking for the fumble. Instead, it's White ahead of everyone. Look out, Sterling Nostad. Tough one for the Cougars there. Had a chance to get within 19, now down 24. Dobnarovic spinning, unable to hit. UBC running the floor the other way. The lob pass underneath the basket now. Nice dish out. Shot for three. And that's not what the Cougars were looking for. U for three.
You now 3 for 4 from downtown for UBC. You, not a guy you want to leave open out there.
There's a ball on the floor. Fighting for it. Good work there by, who is that on the floor? Connor Burns. And the Cougars are going to draw a foul.
We have no idea. He's wearing number 4. We don't have a number 4 on the roster.
Somebody off the, out of the seats they pulled down. It's a 56-29 UBC lead, and usually you see a guy on the floor like that get called for traveling, Braden, but good work by the Cougars number 4. Pretty sure it's Connor Burns, correct? To get that one off.
Yeah, we're just joking on. I have no idea why Connor isn't wearing his usual number 8. Maybe he got cut up in warm-ups, got some blood on the jersey, and had to wear the unused one.
Maybe his mom threw it in the color load, and it's bright pink hanging up in his
Give it to the women to wear tomorrow.
There's a chance in the lane for the Thunderbirds, looking to add on, and they will. Now 58 points. 58-30.
Graham Bath with that last bucket for UBC. Nice little bit of work down low by Bath.
Lekomsky having a devil of a time trying to get away from the defense. Takes it right into a double team, loses possession. And now UBC will bring it. It's you. White lost the ball, picked up by Janata. He'll give it to Lekomsky.
I think Lekomsky took a Charlie horse from Josh White there on that last one.
Janata with an impressive finger roll. You wouldn't know they're down 58-32. This CKHS crowd here still making plenty of noise. 5 seconds left. Josh White with the last chance for UBC. Off the window and in. 60-32. The UBC Thunderbirds lead at the half. The Cougars really shot themselves in the foot with a slow start, but I guess one of the highlights of the half, Marek Dobnarovic playing well, and Jeff Lekomsky with a 3-ball. Now the school's all-time leading scorer. Second half coming up next. Let's see if the Cougars can pick up an impressive comeback. Adam Geiger, Braden Conshu, Cougars down 60-32 on Access 7 Sports. Welcome back to the Center for Kinesiology, Health and Sport on Access 7 Sports. My name is Adam Geiger, joined shortly by Braden Conshu. Tough first half for the Cougars, trailing the University of British Columbia Thunderbirds 60-32 as Paul Garreau gets his first 2 of the night off the window and in. Now the other way, White unable to handle that one, so a good start to the second half for the Cougars. They'll run the floor, coming the other way. Darius Mole drives, dishes, Garreau. Back-to-back baskets, he's got 4. Let's see if the Cougars can get Pauly G heating up here in the second half. There's Burke down low, that one rattles home. Pretty interesting first half if you're just hopping on Access 7 here. Jeff Lekomsky of the Cougars knocked down a 3-pointer to become the team's all-time leading scorer, as Garreau has 6 straight. But it was all UBC in that first half. Josh White with 16 points. They still lead 62-38 despite the spirited start to the second half here by the Cougars. Now an inbounds pass comes into Brent Malish, also with a pretty good first half, 13 points. He'll swing it around, it comes into the hands of Doug Plum. Now back to Plum, to Malish, blocked away by Paul Garreau. Pauly G's having a pretty good start to this second half, 6 points and a block. Now Lekomsky off a Garreau screen, down to Garreau, off the window! That would have been a huge shot for Garreau to go 4 for 4. Instead, UBC back the other way. Into the post, Malish, count it. 64-38. Darius Mole now, kicking it out to Dobnarovic. Now, gets it in the post, Mole, down low. That one will not fall, but an offensive rebound for Dobnarovic. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul. No basket. An offensive foul on Dobnarovic. Tough break there for the Cougars.
It's a little tough break for the Cougars. Their momentum was starting to swing in their favor a little bit. That's a little bit of a tough call for Merrick to take there.
64-38. UBC inbounding the basketball.
That's also 3 fouls on Merrick, who's just 3 shy of his career high 19, actually set last game in the win over Fraser Valley.
So he's having an impressive second half of the season. Playing with 3 fouls right now, and then they'll count this one on the other end. Paul Garreau can't believe it. Count the shot from Kamar Burke. Yeah, it's a pretty generous continuation here, Braden. Cougars not getting the hometown refereeing per se. Take a look at the replay after this shot from Burke that is off the mark and out of bounds. So perfect time for the crew to fire this one up. Here's Burke driving the lane, and I don't know about that, Braden. Darius Mole looked like he was there. Cougars get the defensive rebound. Now Mole pushing off a White and actually gets by him all the way into the front court. Now an offensive foul on Mole for a push-off. Well, nothing like being down by 30 points and not getting a single break.
Yeah, and actually that last foul, not the one Mole just took, but the one before that was actually called on Connor Burns as Burke was going by.
Wow. All right then.
So UBC leading by 28, and the broadcasters are complaining about the refereeing.
Gotta find something, right?
A couple homers up here.
That's been a tough start. Well, I guess we're past the start now for the Cougars. It's been a tough game so far. And Malish looking to make it a 30-point lead. Couldn't connect there. Here's Lekomsky. It's strange to have such a prestigious, a big record like that, the one that Jeff broke, Braid, in a game like this where you're down 30. It's almost tough to celebrate it.
Yeah, it makes it real tough to celebrate at him. It's actually kind of a shame.
There's a shot from White that won't connect, but he will head to the free throw line with the foul.
This is the first game for the Cougars against, it'll be the first of 4 consecutive games against nationally ranked teams. UBC, of course, number 2. They got Saskatchewan next week, and Saskatchewan is ranked number 3 entering the weekend. It'll be next Thursday right here at the CKHS. And then they'll play Saturday in Saskatoon.
Yeah, so a different start. Note, put it on your calendar, a little weekday basketball next week on ReginaCougars.com. White hits the first. He's got 17, looking for number 18, which would also mean a 30-point lead for UBC. Count it.
Even my little live stats program is confused. It thinks Connor Burns is Mike Smith with the number change. And Darius Moll is wearing number 7. They're out to get me, Adam.
Here's Garreau, the good old number 6. Well, he was quiet, no points in the first half, but he's got 8 already in the second. But got to play defense. Cougars allow an easy basket there.
That one by Doug Plum brings him up to 8.
Garreau, he's on a mission now. Not even looking for a pass. Drives to the hole and heads to the free throw line. Sorry, Braden. Just get so darn excited when I see Paul Garreau doing what he does. Such an easy guy to like and to cheer for, too. As he misses the first.
Yeah, our condolences to the Garreau family. Paul lost his grandfather last week. Found out while he was in Abbotsford playing against Fraser Valley. Paul's missed, I think he missed the Monday and Tuesday practices while he's up in Prince Albert for the service.
Well, he's got 9 points here in the second half alone. Another and one situation for UBC. 72-41 now.
5 fouls now for the Cougars.
Yeah, we're only sitting at 6:23 of the third quarter. Just the first on Hebert. And to the free throw line goes Alex Murphy. Completes the 3-point play. It's a 32-point Thunderbird lead. This UBC team, Braden, is, well, they've been in this position before. It was a 59-point win earlier this year against Brandon, a team that's not used to losing by 59. Maybe the women's team, but not the men's team, that's for sure. There's a pass, out of bounds. Cougars will take over. And I think you see it when you see them beating a Brandon team by 59 and a Cougar team right now by 32. Not bad teams. You just see that UBC could be, very well be, the national champion when all's said and done this year. There's Lakomsky from the parking lot. Gets it to go.
I've seen him hit 1 or 2 shots like that over his 5 years here.
He's got 10. I saw Lin G waving the towel in the background. Don't tell him it's a 30-point game. And that one off a foot. Marek Dobnarovic thought he had a turnover. Instead, set the clock to 14. And UBC will inbound. .534 left, third quarter. Adam Geiger and Brady Conchu here on Access 7 Sports.
Could hear the conversation between Kamar Burke and Warren Ponzak down there. Kamar reassuring, Warren reassuring Kamar that they are going to indeed keep calling it.
UBC good for 2 now the other way. Janata, baseline, and a travel. Well, tough sledding right now for the Cougars, down 31. UBC seems destined to put 3 digits on the score clock tonight. Be a shock if they didn't at this point, already at 75 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Little screen and roll, down low. Blocked though by Matt Campbell. Here UBC asking for a foul on the arm. Instead it's out of bounds. And the Cougars will take possession. Brennan Hebert gives it to Jeff Lakomsky. Jeff, a former O'Neill High School basketball player, and a lot of his friends in the stands. Old high school buddies, sure still close acquaintances, are watching Jeff do something pretty special here tonight as Hebert forces a turnover. And then is fouled. That'll be the second on UBC.
It was a nice little play by little Brendan Hebert to get back in time on defense there and break up that lead pass.
And now Brennan will go back to inbound. Almost, you could say, the future inbounding to one of the Cougar greats. Brennan Hebert in his first year, Jeff Lekomsky in his 5th. Will go out as the team's all-time leading scorer with that 3-ball he hit earlier. Now everything he does just adding on to a record that may not be broken for a while. Counted and one.
Not surprisingly to anybody who's watched any games over the last 5 years, Lekomsky is also Canada West's all-time leader in three-pointers and three-pointers attempted.
And never shy, Jeff Lekomsky, about putting up 20, 30 shots a game. Count the free throw. 75-47 UBC. Here's U. Baseline fadeaway jump shot counted. And a timeout. Regina. They want to talk things over, down 30, 4:23 left in the third quarter. Let's take a look at the Cougar bench and listen in to head coach James Hillis.
Hey, everybody look in here. Okay. We're going to, on those ball screens, we're going to high hedge these now. Okay. We're getting caught here. We're not really switching. We're not really getting that done. They're still turning the corner, right? So that guy comes up, let's get up, and we're going to high hedge that. It's usually a little bit lower, okay, from that position. Okay, let's high hedge that, get this guy out, try and almost shock it, send it back, right? And then the guard, right? The guard, you got to get into that gap in between. What that requires, though, everyone looking, that requires big help on the offside, okay? Because with that high hedge, we're real vulnerable to the slip. This guy's got to be over, and when he comes, even if he passes, he takes the charge. Okay, we've also got to get that done. Like, we're playing some teams that are going to the hoop on us. We're getting called for every charge, and we're not even trying to take any down there. We've got to, we got to put ourselves there and take it. Okay, if they're coming into us, we got to take that charge. And then we rotate if the guy pitches it out. Okay, so we'll high hedge all those balls. Okay, high hedge all those balls. Right now, let's go in 88S, see if we can get Garreau on the slip. Okay, see if we can get Garreau on the slip. Okay, all right, here we go.
Hey, come on, boys, we're all right. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
Well, that was the coach talking about a team down 30. Here is Jeff Lekomsky, the shot that puts him at the top of the Cougars record book, the all-time leading scorer. The fadeaway three-point jump shot rattles it in. That was back in the second quarter. Getting a replay from Access 7 as you get back to live action now, and the Cougars miss a shot. UBC picks up the rebound on a scramble. Jeff has scored a few more since. Now up to 13 on the night. There's a spin around jump shot in the lane, and Baines will head to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Baines 6'9", 215, no shortage of size there, Adam.
Pretty good looking move in the post there for a big man too.
Balraj averages just 11.2 minutes a game. He's impressed me tonight, as has pretty much every Thunderbird.
Yeah, tough to find someone that hasn't. Team's up by 30. Paul Garreau will check into the game at the next available opportunity for the Cougars. Baines goes 1 for 2. Garreau comes in, and Matt Campbell goes out. Marek Davnarovic hands off to Jeff Lekomsky. He'll bring it over the timeline. Looking for a screen from Garreau now. Nice ball movement by the Cougars. Garreau can't finish the layup though. A lot of contact on the play, no foul. UBC the other way. Here's Burke.
I thought there was going to be another charge called on the Cougars there, as Alex Murphy did a nice job of standing up to Garreau.
You heard Hillis talking about that in the timeout. Cougars have taken a few offensive fouls as they pick up a rebound here. Paul Garreau's going to play point guard now. He hands off to Lekomsky, gets it back, and Garreau having a tough time with the layups.
It's an uncharacteristic miss by Garreau. James Hillis said he's got the best hands of any big man he's ever coached, and Garreau just doesn't miss those.
He just took an elbow in the chest and was pushed off in a quick basket there for Baines. Shows 2 points on the scoreboard for Balraj Baines, but he's got more than that. Here's Hebert, and I believe he traveled. He did. And the Cougars turn it over. UBC will inbound underneath their own basket, pardon me.
ReginaCougars.com says 5 points for Balraj. That sounds more accurate.
One of the more unique and interesting names in Canada West play. Balraj Baines kind of rolls off the tongue.
There's no Bryson Cool.
That is true. There's a ball through the leg of a UBC player. Paul Garreau will inbound. And Brennan Hebert will bring it up. The future at the point for the Cougars. First-year player out of Regina. Not an offensive guy like Jeff Lukomsky, but knows how to pass the ball, that's for sure. Gets this one to Janata. He's looked good taking the ball into the lane, Braden, but couldn't get that shot to go. Now Burke the other way for UBC.
Yeah, Janata's really seen a spike in his minutes over the last few games, Adam. He was counted upon heavily during the Fraser Valley series after Jeff Lukomsky fouled out.
Fake shot, drive, dish, intercepted. Here's Hebert. 4-on-2. The Cougars look for Nostad to pull up and shoot that 3-ball. Dobnarovic hustles and throws it right back in play. UBC now with numbers. And good hustle to get back from Janata, but unable to stop that layup. Ace Bailey wants a break here to reset the padded advertisement on the near side, so that's the delay. 17 points now for Nathan Yu out of Prince George, British Columbia. And Brennan Hebert will go back to inbound. 82-47. UBC up in front. Here's Hebert off a screen, is going to jack up a 3-ball. He doesn't shoot often, Braden, but when he does, he can hit that shot.
Yeah, Brendan 8 for 24 now from downtown on the year.
Here's Baines, hook shot, off the mark. Dobnarovic the rebound up to Sterling Nostad. Now gives it to Merrick. Stops, drives, and is fouled. That'll be the 4th on UBC. Let's see if they call it in the act of shooting. And they will. 2 shots coming up for Dobnarovic.
Well, after the one they gave Kamar Burke, they kind of have to give that one to Merrick.
Yeah, UBC, I guess you make your own breaks. They've certainly had a few fouls go their way so far tonight. As Dobnarovic rattles one in.
Merrick with 17 points now, just 2 off his career high.
Should get ample opportunity to hit that career high. Does have 3 fouls. Can't get the free throw to go. Here's Burke. Puts the head down, gets over the timeline, now hands off.
Burke, size and speed. He's a fun player to watch for UBC.
Has 10 points. It's been a spark plug. Everything seems to kind of run through him. He's got an open 3-ball here, and he hits. Not 2, they'll say his foot was on the line. Give him 12 now, and give UBC an 84-51 lead. Nice look there from Hebert to Garreau, and a block called on Burke, so Garreau heads to the line for 2. Lynn G was set to check into the game, and he will do that as Dobnarovic takes a break.
UBC with 5 players in double figures already. White with 18, Yu with 17, Brent Malish with 15, Burke with 12, Doug Plum with 10.
Across the board, they've taken it to the Cougars through 3 quarters. Just about 3 quarters, 30 seconds away.
Interestingly enough, the offensive rebound category reads 9 for UBC, 7 for Regina. After UBC absolutely dominated during a huge first quarter run, it's actually come a little bit closer in that category.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of that as UBC sort of letting off the gas, up by 30, 31. But for the most part, they've controlled the flow of the game here. There's Yu to Burke. All the way across the court. Long jump shot. That one rattles in. Alex Murphy. 87-53. 3 seconds left. Linji is going to dial one up. Has it blocked. And Straight out of a horse game there for Regina. Almost got it to go, but another disappointing effort in that third quarter from the Cougars. UBC 87, Regina 53.
Well, we've seen worse quarters from the Cougars tonight, Adam. UBC outscored them 27-21 in the third. You don't see a 34-point deficit for the Cougars at home very often. This is an impressive UBC team we're watching here.
Never. I don't think I've seen anything like this before.
Right here. Okay. If Burke's going to pop that, okay, like two things. We got to get this done here in terms of the hedge being there. It's got to be there such that you're chasing him back, right? The hedge is there, and then the guy can go underneath, right? If the hedge is there and the guy, the guard gets back here, it doesn't have to like chase all the way out here, right? Then the throwback is easy enough for the guy to get to. Okay, yeah. Okay? But the guard's got to get it done. Guard's got to get underneath there. Okay? Right? Offensively, hey, now we're better now. Okay? Moving the ball, we're getting shots. Just do a layup there. You turn, you put 2 feet, then shoot that. Just do a running layup. Stay your right to the rim, lay it up. Okay? Right? Okay, we're good. Keep working here. Keep working.
Grind this out, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
All right, well, the Cougars with 10 minutes to play. Let's see if they can, get something going here. Down 87-53. Adam Geiger, Braden Conchu on Access 7 Sports. I guess you're playing for pride, Braden, and, they play again the following night, so you got to, show that you can at least fight with these guys.
I would assume that head coach James Hillis might want to work on some systems here with his team down 34. Get his team on the same page moving forward into tomorrow. As we see former Cougar Jordan McFarland, who technically could walk right onto that court and suit up. He's still got 1 year of eligibility left for the Cougars.
UBC setting up the offense early in the fourth quarter. And that ball tipped out of bounds. Jared Janata forcing a turnover.
Jordy was a huge part of that 87-83 Cougar win. Or sorry, 76-73. He's now a high school teacher here in Regina.
Paul Schumack as well. Hit a big three-pointer in that game. All Cougars that have moved on. There's a foul coming down the other way. Nathan Yu. That'll be the first on Regina in the fourth quarter.
You know who Lin G looks like out there? Chris Mullen from NBA Jam.
Big, tall, lanky, white guy, yeah. With the, wasn't he number 0 as well?
I can't remember what number he was, but he would, he'd drop out and hit from 3 every once in a while, too.
There's a long shot and a connection from the outside. Josh White with 21.
So when me and Adam start talking about NBA Jam, the score is a little bit out of hand.
Never this bad, though. 90-53. Janata spins. Nice little pass to Garreau, who goes off the window, gets his own rebound, tips it up and in.
Garreau padding his stats a little bit, up to 13 on the night.
It's a rebound on the play as well. Here's Josh White now for UBC. Crossing over now, a pass comes into Baines. Yu, wide open in the corner after the fake. Back rim, and Nostad has the rebound. Here's Janata, ball on the floor, into the front court, into the paint, now stops, gets it back, and into the hands of Hebert. Off a screen from Garreau, gets the roll to Paulie G. He throws it out to Nostad, 5 to shoot. Long, right to the hands of Janata, fakes and counts.
Janata's impressed me, Adam. We haven't really seen a lot of him to this point of the season, but he's come on here for the Cougars.
Yeah, he's provided a lot of energy off the bench in a game that the Cougars haven't really had a whole lot.
Like, he's only 6'2". He's down there grabbing an offensive rebound there.
2 shots coming from the free throw line here for Nathan Yu as he draws a foul. That'll be the second on Sterling Nostad. Cougars will bring Connor Burns, Marek Dovnarovic, and Jeff Lekomsky back on the floor.
UBC replies by bringing in Doug Plum and Graham Bath.
Yu at the free throw line looking to add to the lead. Hits the first.
UBC has an interesting roster in terms of years of eligibility. They got 6 fourth years, 3 fifth years, and the rest are rookies. Not a single player in their second or third years.
That shot off the iron. Offensive rebound, though, on the free throw. A lot of contact on the putback. And on the second attempt, Graham Bath, one of those fourth-year players, will head to the free throw line, drawing a foul.
That'll be number 4 on Merrick, who protests a little bit, but that's a pretty easy call for the refs to make there. I thought Merrick could have been called for the foul in the shot before that. Refs finally got him on the next one.
That'll be interesting next year for this team, Braden. 3 of the guys that have done most of the damage tonight, White, Murphy, and Malish, all fifth-year guys, so they're going to be gone. You'll still have Doug Plum and Nathan Yu, but maybe a rebuilding time for UBC in years to come. 92-57, no rebuilding here this year. They're thinking championship. The Thunderbirds are. Eric Domnarovic. He has 19, equaling his career high. There's a dish, a shot. Call that an offensive foul. Well, maybe a generous call there for the Cougars, who will now inbound underneath their own basket. Brennan Hebert takes the inbound and carries into the UBC front court. Looking for Garreau, now has to pick up his dribble. Contested by White, he throws it away. And White puts it right onto the scores table.
White bounced that right off my stats computer. I'm not too happy about that.
92-59.
That's just plain rude.
And just an extra incentive to get athletic director Dick White to buy a new computer.
That one's about 4 months old.
Oh, good luck. Foul on the floor. That'll be the second on UBC. Now a pass coming in to Domnarovic. Merrick spinning. Throwing down and intercepted. Here come UBC the other way. It's White.
Tried to find Connor Burns there with that pass, but Brent Malish made a nice play to get into the passing lane and turn that ball over.
Little hook shot in the paint there for Graham Bath. UBC now with 94. There's Lekomsky. Garreau provides a screen, gets the return feed, puts up a shot, a lot of contact. Connor Burns on the offensive glass, rejected by Josh White. Now they'll run, and a foul on Hebert. Free throws coming up. Well, 6:21, Braden. I know you might be heading down to get back to work on your duties here as sports information director at the university. What do the Cougars need to do tomorrow night to even have a chance?
Well, I'd say not giving up 37 points in the first quarter would be a great start, and then if they don't do that, they could move on from there.
All right, expert analysis. But I mean, sometimes it's just as simple as that. You can't ever allow 37 points in a quarter.
I got 12. I got 12.
The rest of the way hasn't been so hot either.
Yeah, this is definitely an eye-opener for the Cougars, who haven't really, with the exception of Trinity Western, haven't really seen any of Canada West elite teams up to this point of the season. It's going to be a taste of what to expect next week against a good Husky team as well.
Tough times for the Cougars. Down 95-59. Just over 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
There's Addison Doherty into the game for the Cougars.
Was looking for a pass up here, number 1 at the top of the key, but that one's off a foot.
Addison's sister Maddie is a pretty good high school player here. Wonder if she's on head coach Dave Taylor's radar.
The inbound pass is knocked out of bounds. And the Cougars will try the inbound again, this time beneath, just on the baseline there, not beneath the basket.
That ball ended up in the hands of Rams running back Adrian Charles, who's always sitting courtside.
That's what happens when you're a stud running back, Braden. You get the sweet seats. That one's off a foot of a Cougar player, so UBC will take the ball. 5:55 left in the fourth quarter. And now they will call this kickball on UBC, so they'll bring it back, and the Cougars will get a chance to shoot. Coming into the game, Lin G and Paul Garreau. We'll take a break. Lin takes the inbounds pass. Comes to Darius. Thought about a cross-court pass, now has to. He gives it to Lin G. Dobnarovic, 4 to shoot. Free throw line, spins, has to shoot, knocked away. UBC takes it before that shot clock buzzer. Here's Burke. Now goes over to Nathan Yu. Back to Burke. Now UBC with 6 to shoot. Across. A wide open look. Counted for 3. Nathan Yu. 21 for Nathan Yu. 98-59. UBC out in front. Well, the Cougars, with about 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter, playing for pride at this point. There's a foul called, sending Lin G to the free throw line. Not often you see Lin G at the free throw line. Lin, a guy that'll spend some time on the perimeter. Gets the first free throw to fall. And the second good as well. So 2 for 2 for Lin G. His first 2 points of the night. 98-61. There's a ball on the far side of the floor. Tommy Nixon getting some floor time. A rookie out of Vancouver, BC. Now Nathan Yu gets it over to Nixon. Got 2 to shoot, throws it up, and draws the foul. Darius Mole whistled for a foul about 28 feet away from the basket. And what are they going to say? That was in the act of shooting or before? They're going to say that was before the shot, but with the Cougars in the penalty, it'll still be free throws. So not 3, but 2 with Nathan Yu to shoot him. First one up and good. And the second connects as well. Oh, Tommy Nixon, 2 free throws. Addison Doherty. Now over here to Lin G. Back up to Doherty. Thinking about a shot. Now back to Darius Mole. Tries to get it down low into the hands of the UBC Thunderbirds it comes. Here's Burke. Fouled by Olikakoya. And that'll be more free throws for UBC. Now at 100 for the night. 100-61. First free throw from Burke is up and good, so a 40-point lead now for UBC. And the second one rims out. 101-61, 4:14 left. Fourth quarter on Access 7 Sports. Here's Darius Mole crossing over, taking it baseline, going up. Can't get it to go. On the rebound, Connor Burns. And another foul. And more free throws. This game has slowed down to a snail's pace. Exactly what the Cougars don't want. They just want to get off this floor and see if they can regroup against this team tomorrow night as Connor Burns misses on the first. Back rim on the second. Rebound picked up by Burke. 0 for 2 trip there. The Cougars' struggles continue in pretty much every aspect of the game in this one. Marek Dobnarovic has had a good game. Paul Garreau, pretty good second half. Of course, this game will always be remembered no matter who wins or who would have won. As a 3-ball is drained in there in the corner. It'll always be remembered for the game that Jeff Lekomsky became the Cougars' all-time leading scorer. Lin G getting some position down low, is fouled in the act, and he'll head to the line to 4-2. It might not be remembered like that out west at UBC. But for the Cougars and in Regina, after this loss, the sting of the loss has passed. It'll always be Jeff Lekomsky's night. Cougars continue to struggle from the free throw line as G misses that one. And misses the second as well. Defensive rebound picked up. Cougars have missed their last 4 at the free throw line. Now here's Burke. Passes into the corner. Comes up top for Yu. What a big second half, Nathan Yu. Burke has been impressive as well and draws the foul. So the parade to the free throw line continues. And Burke will take the next 2 shots from the charity stripe. Burke with 13 points. Still stuck at 13 as he misses the first free throw. And hits the second. 105-61. I know the game is over. The Cougars don't want to lose by 50. Right now down by 44 with 3 minutes left as they turn it over. I don't know, they're going to say that was off UBC on a tip. So it's important for the Cougars to at least put together a strong finish here. Let's see what James Hillis has to say with 3:01 left in the fourth quarter. His team down big, 105-61.
Okay, we don't stand and just throw the ball around. That's not our zone. You got to shoot the shit out of it to do that. Okay, right? Let's run zone offense. Let's run swing. Okay, let's run circle to begin with. Okay, so we're down here. Okay, ball comes down. We're going to dribble at. That guy's going to circle through, and that offside post is immediately going to set a ball screen. We're trying to attack there. Okay, try and attack there. Then late, if we don't get something late, you can set a little ball. Right, if the ball comes out to the perimeter, the post can come and set a ball screen here. We try and get overlap on that side. Okay, see where they're going to help from. Okay, let's play. Let's play smart here. Okay, circle. All right.
The team's struggling right now. The U of R Cougars down 105-61, 3:01 left. Inbounds pass, stolen away, just what James Hillis did not want to see. And then Lin G picks up a foul right into the cameraman down there on the baseline. So more free throws coming up for the Thunderbirds. Thanks to Kamar Burke for fixing up those pads down on the baseline. It'll be Graham Bath going to the free throw line. 7 points. Still 7. And still 7. So no harm, no foul that time for the Cougars. Both teams in the penalty, so it will be free throws the rest of the way. Addison Doherty is going to dial it up for 3. The third-year player getting some time on the floor. Knocks down his first shot of the game. 105-64. Now Burke into the corner. Gets it back. 8 seconds to shoot for UBC. Burke crosses over. Dishes. Wide open look. And that one is good for Tommy Nixon. Answering right back. The Cougars leaving another wide open player beyond the three-point line. There's Darius Mole to Doherty. He'll try it again. And connect again. Addison Doherty showing the coaching staff what he can do. Back-to-back three-point shots. At the very least, it'll keep the Cougars likely away from a 50-point deficit at any point tonight. 108-67. Still a 41-point Thunderbird lead. That was an awkward-looking pass. Burke fading away at the shot clock buzzer, out of bounds. And a shot clock violation anyways. And the Cougars will throw in. Darius Moult will bring it over the timeline. Gets it to Lin G. Tries a lob pass down to Matt Campbell. That one was not in the area. In the area, but not to the intended target. Now it's Kamar Burke. From the top of the three-point line, hands off. Tommy Nixon. Oh, he's had a pretty good fourth quarter. He has quietly piled up 11 points. 111-67. UBC laying it to the Cougars tonight. Doherty's going to try again. That one almost rattled home. Rebound picked up by UBC. Burke will bring it over the timeline. Down to 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's been a rough night for the Cougars. Really weren't in this game from the get-go. Nixon throws that one off the backboard. And a rebound picked up by Doherty. That shot was at the shot clock. Here's Oyakoya to Darius Moult, soaring in. Shot is off the mark, but free throws coming up on the miss and the foul. Well, you'd think last chance for the Cougars to put some points on the board here tonight with now under 24 seconds left. UBC will likely dribble this one out when we get back. When they get back to possessing the ball. First free throw from Darius Moult off the mark. Cougars shooting 57%. And that's only going to go down from the free throw line. Offensive rebound, though, by Oyakoya. Comes to Doherty. He wants to shoot again. That one's an air ball. And now, UBC can dribble it out. Well, it's been a painful night for the Cougars. Tough to lose like this on your home court. Tough to lose like this anywhere, really. As we are down to 2 seconds, and the final horn will sound. 111-67. UBC takes the win. Not much you can say about a game like this. The Cougars leading scorers, two of them. Pardon me, Mark Dovnarovic leading all scorers with 19, then Paul Garreau and Jeff Lekomsky with 13. Despite the loss in a couple of weeks, when the sting of this one has passed, it'll always be remembered for this shot. Jeff Lekomsky, the Cougars' all-time leading scorer after this fadeaway three-point jumper. He did end up with 13 and will continue to add to the record as the rest of the season goes. All right, there he is, Jeff Lekomsky, the Cougars' new all-time leading scorer. Of course, Access 7 Sports was here to bring it to you. Adam Geiger, and for Braden Concha, who's back in the office. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching Access 7 Sports.